Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to crochet a granny hat like this one. Straight to the point guys. So today I'm going to be showing you all how to make a granny square hat. So these are the most important equipments that I'm going to be using. I'll need my yarns. I'm going to be using this different type of yarn because I want to make a multi-color granny hat. So then I'll need my scissors, my crochet hook, and my needle. Okay, so I'm going to move straight to the point. So this is the yarn I'll begin with. The first thing, I have to loosen my yarn and I wrap it on my hand. I take my crochet hook, I'm using number 3, then I put it all over the yarn like this. I'm going to pass it in, then I'm going to leave a space and I'll make a chain, 2 chain. Then I'm going to begin. I'm going to put 16 half crochet in this hole. I'm going to crochet 16 half crochet in this hole. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16. Here I go 16. Then when I make 16, I'm going to pull this yarn for the hole to lock a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to close like this with a slip stitch. Then next I'm going to make a two chain. Then I'm going to put 6 half crochets in this particular hole. 6 half crochet, that's 3, and I make a chain. Then I put again another 3 in the same hole. That's it. Then I move next to the next hole. I crochet 3 half crochets, 3 half crochet each in 3 half crochet, 1 2 3. Then the next hole I'm going to put 6 half crochet because I'm trying to make a granny. 6 half crochet, then I make a chain, then I complete the 3 in the same hole. So I'll move to the next hole, close, and I'll make 3 half crochet. These are 3 half crochet. Then to the next hole I'm going to put 6 half crochet in the same hole. Chain, then I put the 3. So I move to the next hole. I'm going to make 3 half crochets. So as you can see, I continue here. 1, 2, 3. Then the next hole here I'm going to put 6 double half crochet. This 3, I make a chain, then I put another 3. And that's it, that's 6. Then here, from here to here, I'm going to put another 3 half crochet on different hole, not the same hole like the other ones. So here I go, then I close it here with a slim stitch. As you can see, this is my square already given. So now I'm going to work again on top of this. So I'm going to make 2 chain, then I work again on top of it. This one, this let me say one half crochet, 2 half crochet. The next one I'll put inside 6 double crochet. These are the sides of the square, so you always put 6 double crochets on the sides. When you reach on the corner, so I do a chain and I put 3 again in the same hole. So I move to the next hole on the sides. I'm just going to put one half crochet, one half crochet. See, I reach the other corner. Here I go. So here is the next corner. I'm going to put 6 half crochet, 6 half crochet. That's 3, and I make a chain, then I put the next 3 in the same hole, 6 half crochet in the same hole. I move to the next hole. I make half crochet, half crochet, half crochet, half crochet, then I arrive here and I'm going to make 6 half crochet in the same hole. Here is the corner, so I'm supposed to put 6 half crochet, a chain, then the next, the 3 others in the same hole. So each corner is having 6 half crochets on the same hole on the corners. Don't forget, guys, it's very, very important for it to form, give the form of your square. So I continue here. Then I'm here again on the next corner. I'm going to put 6 half crochet, that's 3, and I complete the 3 inside the same hole. Then I'm going to close here. So here is my granny square given. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is here I'm going to change the yarn. So I'm going to cut, then I'm going to use my needle, excuse me guys, use my needle. Then I will put my yarn inside here. Then I will cut it. So I'm going to add this yarn. This is the next yarn that I'm going to use because I'm making a multicolor granny square hat. So here I'm going to pass the yarn inside, then I'll make 2 half crochet, 2 chain, then inside the same hole I'm going to put 3 now this line I'm going to make a double stitch because this yarn I'm going to use only one. I'm going to work only on one line, so I want the yarn to be really loud a little bit. I want that it can easily be seen, so I'm going to use a double crochet there. So this the side here I've put 3 double crochet in this hole, so when I will walk around, I come here, I'm going to put 3, so that will make 6. So then let me go double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, so this particular line I'm going to do but double crochet there because I want my yarn to be re-seen and I don't want to work on 2 lines. So this is the corner. I'm going to put 6 double crochet on the side. Don't always forget, when you arrive the sides you put 6 double crochets. So here I go. Continue knitting on double crochet. So I'm on the side here, this is the middle. I'm going to put 6 double crochet because that's the side. And guys, when you are doing your crochet, it all depends on the size of your hat. If you want your hat to be bigger, you can work on a double crochet on all the stitches. This one I started with the half crochets because this hat I want, it's just for a 7-year-old child, so I don't want it to be too big. So that's why I started the first 3 lines with half crochets. So if you are working on a hat for a bigger person, you can use double crochet throughout your granny square so that the granny will really be big. It will be big and the hat, it will make the hat to be big. So I'm on the sides. So I'm going to put 6 double crochet as usual, all the sides, always 6 double crochet. Then I continue here. Here, this color, I'm just going to work on with it on one line, and I wanted it to be loud. That's why I made a double crochet instead of half crochet. So I'm here, and I will close my stitch. Then, as you can see, that's my granny square giving. So here I'm going to cut the yarn. Then I'm still going to use the needle to hide my threads inside. I'll use the needle and I will sew the thread, the yarn inside. So here I go, and I'm going to pass it inside like this. Then I will cut it with my scissors. That's why you need your scissors and your needle. As you can see, that's the granny square giving. So the next yarn I'm going to add again on top of this is the black. I'm going to add 1/2 I'm going to add 1/2 stitches line on top of this. So I'll begin from this corner. I'm going to crochet 2 half chain. That's 2 half chain. That's how I do, and I hide the thread already inside there. I had the yarn inside. So I'm going to make 3 half stitch on the same hole. When I will crochet, I reach here, I'll add another 3, and it's going to make 6. So I continue here. I'm going to crochet just the 1/1/2 crochet round it, round my granny. It's going to work on the half granny squares like I've been working on the other lines. So here I'm going to put 6 because it's the corner always. Chain, then I put the next 3 in the same hole. Then I continue. Please guys, if you have watched up to this extent, don't forget to follow, like and comment. So I continue working. So I'm on the corner. I'm going to put 6 double half crochet on the same hole as usual. So I continue working on my half stitch. So I'm at the final end, so I'm going to close here. When you reach the final end, you make a slip stitch, then I'm going to cut my yarn. I'm going to cut my yarn. So this is my granny square giving. So my main aim of showing you guys this is I need 4 granny square, just like this one. I need 4 of them. So I need 4 granny square just like this one. So these were the other 3 that I already crocheted. These were the other 3. You just have to take the same, you just have to do the same like the first one that I've shown you. You crochet it the same, all of them the same, with the same sizes. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sew all of them together. So like you can see, black was the thread that I used to dominate them, because I finished all my grannies with the black thread. So that's going to make my hat to be really beautiful. So I'm going to sew these granny squares together, the 4 of them. I'm going to sew them together. So I'm going to put it two like this, and I use my needle and I sew it, the 2 together. Make sure you put all the corners in the same position, so that one should not be longer, one side should not be longer than the other sides. All the sides, they have to be equal. You start it from the downer section, then you sew it up with your needle. So here I go, I'm here. So this is it. I've put this one together. So I put my yarn inside, hide it, then I cut it with my scissors. So this is how I'm going to do all of them. I'm going to put them together, then I will sew them like this. You are going to put the first one, the second one, the third one here, then the fourth one here, then you sew them together. So I've sewn all of them together, guys. My 4 granny square, these are there. I've sewn them together. So I'm going to turn and we are going to see. This is the good sides. I'm going to turn it on the good sides, so you are going to see this what it has given. So on this step, what next I'm going to do, I'm going to walk around on the top. Then after, when I finish with the top, I'm going to come down and walk on the downer section. So right now I'm going to use the first line up. I'm going to use the black yarn, because I'm using the black that is dominating the others. So I'm going to make a 2 half stitches. Then on these upper sides, I'm going to be, as I'm going to be crocheting, I'll be reducing here. From here I'm going to put the next stitch this other way. I'm going to put this next stitch the other way, then I'm going to go, as I crochet I'm going to try to reduce. So what I'll do, I'll be skipping some rows so that, because it's the top, I want it to become small, so I'll make it like 5 half crochet and I'll be skipping one row. Say 5 half crochet, I make 5 half crochet, I will skip one row and make 5 half crochet, four and 5, and the next one here I'm going to crochet on this other side. See that small hole there, then here I go make 5 half crochet and I skip one hole, so I'm going to continue 5 half crochet and I skip till I reach the other point here, then I crochet here like that. That's 5. I skip here and I put here. So guys, you don't forget, you have to make your granny squares to be on the size that, if you want your hat to be big, you make your granny squares to be bigger. Instead of half stitches, you can work on one stitches, then you make the sizes of the granny squares bigger than this. It all depends how you want your size of your hat to be. Like I earlier said, this one I make it with the small granny squares because it's for a small child. So a small child, it's not for an adult. If it was for an adult, I would have made the granny squares bigger, but since it's for a child, I just have to crochet the grannies to be small so that it will fit the head of the baby. So this I continue. I do 5 half crochet, then I skip. So I keep on doing my half crochet. I'm almost at this other side, on this side where I begin. So here I'm going to make a slip stitch to close. That's it. So here, then I cut my yarn. And I'm going to sew it inside. So sew it inside and I hide it like that. I hide it and I pull it and I cut. So the next yarn that I'm going to use the purple. I'm going to use the purple. So I'll start from here. I'll make a double stitch because I want to work it like this. Make a double stitch. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work on, I've make a one chain stitch, so I'm going to be working now on the double stitches. I'm going to be crocheting 3. When I crochet 3, the next row I reduce because it's the top, so I'm reducing. So how I reduce is I do it this way. So I crochet 3, 1, 2 and 3. Here I'm going to reduce, so I'll make half stitch and make it again, and I take it and I remove 3, then 2, so that way I'm reducing. After every 3 stitches I'm going to use that technique of reducing. You do it like this. So you continue like this. 3 double crochet, the next row you reduce. 3 double crochet, the next row you reduce. So I'm almost coming to meet with the purple here. Reduce. So I make a slip stitch, then I'm going to cut. Then I use my needle, so use my needle to sew it inside. So after that, and I cut the yarn outside. Cut this one too, that is. And you always be careful when you want to cut your yarn, because if you miss and you cut the wrong yarn, just know that you are going to destroy what you have crocheted. So the next yarn I'm going to use the broken white, and this is the last on top. So I'll make a chain. That's my chain. So here I'm going to work on a double crochet as well. This line, what I'm going to do, going to be working here on 4, and I reduce the next. When I do 4 double crochet, the next row I reduce. Next here I reduce. So you can see as I'm reducing, I'm going to make 4, 3 and 4. Then here I'm going to reduce. Then I move to the next. I make 4 double crochet, that's 4. Then the next line, the next hole, I reduce. So this I'm going to continue with the white till I meet the other end. So here I'm coming to the place where I begin with the broken white. So here I'm going to close. So this is what is given. As you can see, that's the top. It's closing because that's the top. As I'm doing the stitches, I'm reducing, it's becoming smaller. So I have to continue. I still have to work on top of this. So here I'm going to do 3 chain. So here what I'll do is I'm going to crochet 3 double stitches. The next hole I reduce, 3 double stitches, and here is the next hole I'm going to reduce. So the whole of the hat on the top, you are just going to be doing the decreases, working much on the decreases to close it. Three double crochet, and I reduce 1, three double crochets, and I reduce 1. Three double crochets, and I reduce. It's always good to follow these steps, guys, because when you are following it, your hat will eventually give a very good shape. But if you don't count the number of stitches before you are reducing, yeah, your hat may give a shape that you will not like to even see it. So I always like to count. If I'm doing 3 and reducing, I always try as much as possible to work on 3-3. If it's 4-4, I follow 4-4, so that my hat will really look beautiful when I finish. So I'm here, I'm going to close, as you can see. So this the hole here you are seeing. So this line I'm going to work on 2 half stitches, 2 lines, which is going to be 2 half stitches, and I'm still going to do the decreases. So I do 2 half crochet. So I'm going to work on 2 and I decrease. When I'm doing half crochet, when I want to decrease, I'm skipping a hole. I don't do it like the double. When I'm doing double, I don't skip any hole, I reduce it directly. but with the half stitch it's impossible, so I just have to be skipping. Two and I skip, two and I skip, two and I skip one hook, two and I skip one hook, I put to the third, two and I skip one hook, two and I skip one hook and two, then I close it. You can see that's what it's given, how the hat is going. So here I'm going to work on the last hole. This is the last line round. I'm going to do half crochets, one half crochet each line. I'm not going to skip, then I'll just show you guys how I will close it. So you wash, this is going to do half crochet all around. Half crochet all around without skipping any hole on the last line. So here I go, I'm on the final, then I'm going to close. I'm going to close it here. I'm going to make a slip stitch. So I'm going to cut my yarn. You cut it a little bit longer so that you'll be able to close the hole up well. So I'm going to put the yarn inside my needle. So here is my needle, I put the yarn inside. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to close this hole. See, see what I'm doing? I pass it on this hose up round. Pass it round. So I'm here, so I'm going to pull it. I will pull it, like you can see I've pulled it. This is the hole. I'm going to send it inside, then I will make sure you pull it well for it to be too close. Then you are going to sew it inside well and close the hole very well, like you can see. That's why your needle is very important. Always make sure you get your needle before you begin your work. So I've closed, so I'm just going to pass my needle twice again so that the thing cannot, my hat cannot easily get loose. So that's it. So what next I'm going to do, I'm going to cut my yarn, and here I go. So you can see that's the top I've worked on. So the next thing is I'm going to work on this downer section. This downer section I've finished here. I'm going to work on this downer section round. So I'm going to use the broken white. I'll begin with the broken white. Broken white. I'm going to, on this downer section, what I'll do is I'll make a double chain. So I'm going to increase on top here. I was decreasing, but down on the downer section I'm going to increase. So here I'm going to crochet. I'll be adding like two crochets in the hole, like you can see here. I've put two here, two here. So I'll continue with the double crochet. As I'm going to be increasing, but I'm not going to increase too much because I don't want it to be too open. So I'll increase some few crochets around, see, so that the hat will be open just a little bit. As I do the double crochet, I increase. I do increases. So I'm here. I'm going to increase two here, and I increase two this other way. And I continue with one single crochet. I'll make an increase here. And if you want to count, you can count. You can decide to count, like you make like seven single crochet, then you add two, but if you want your hat to be really open, you add so many stitches. You add many stitches. Me, I'm adding just few because I just want the hat to be just a little bit open. I don't want it wide open. So add again here, then I'll add here. So I'm almost there where I begin. So I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to cut my yarn with my scissors. Yes, you can see that's what it has begun to give. It's already opening a little bit. So next I'm going to be using the next yarn. So I've already closed the line of the broken white, so I'm going to be moving to the next line now. I'm going to use a black yarn or trench black yarn. So I'm going to make half two chain, then I continue with half crochet. The next line, the first line with the broken white, I did double crochet. So the next line I'm going to work on half crochet, then I'll still do some few increases in between. Half crochet and few increases. So this is how I'm going to continue with the black line. See, I go round. So guys, I'm almost where I begin the black, as you can see. So here I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to do a slip stitch here. I do a slip stitch, so I'm going to cut the yarn, then I'm going to change. I'm going to sew this one inside. So guys, this is the next. I'm going to crochet next with the purple yarn. I'm going to do 2 lines of half crochets, 2 lines. So here I start with my half crochet. So here I'm still going to be doing the increases, so few increases as I crochet. So I'm going to crochet 2 purple half lines. So this is how I'm going to be crocheting. While crocheting, I'm going to be doing increases so that the hat should be open on the sides. So I'm almost here where I begin the purple. So do the last half stitch, then I close here, and I do 2 chain. Then here I'm going to crochet inside. I want it to give one beautiful view. So I'll crochet but inside the half stitch, but inside. So I'll crochet this line. I'm not going to do any increase. I'm just going to do my half crochet all around. So this is how I'm just going to continue till I reach the other end. So here I go, guys. I'm almost here where I begin. I've worked all around with half crochet, each hole half crochet. I've not done any increases on this line, so I'm going to close here. I'll close here, then I cut my yarn, and I'll use my needle. I'll use my needle to put the yarn inside as usual. Then I'll move to the next line, the next. So this is my last line that I'm going to work on. I'm going to use the black yarn to finish. So I'm going to do 2 chain, then I'm going to work on half crochet all around, work on half crochet all around, and that will be the end. On this last line, I'm not going to increase anything. I will not increase, nor will I decrease. So I'm just going to work but on 1/1/2 crochet all around, 1/1/2 crochet all around. So guys, I'm almost here with the black. So I've crocheted 1/1/2 crochet all around, so I'm almost here. So this is the last crochet, then I'm going to close it here. I make a slim here, then I cut my yarn, and that's the last line. This is the last line that I've done. I'm going to stitch the yarn inside and out. I always like to go in and out so that it will not easily get loose. Then I cut it. So as you can see, this is my hat. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work on these lines. I'm going to use the different yarns here. I'm going to use this color. On this other side, I'm going to use the purple. On this side, I'll use gray. Then on this side, I'll use orange, and the last side I'll use green. So I'm going to show you guys how I'll be putting them. So guys, what I do is I take my yarn, then I take my needle, and I put the yarn inside the needle. I'm going to work with it on top of the hat, just with the needle. So I'm going to take the hat here on this line here. I'm going to work with it there. So I'll begin here. I'll pass the needle like this. I'll pass the needle like this. Then I'm going to mark. I'm going to do something like this. You can see. I'm going to work it down. Yarn, just have to hide it inside. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like this inside. See, just like a chain but with a needle. Just sew it down. I'm going to sew it down with the needle. The yarn you put inside your needle, then you sew the middles of the granny squares. Each of the middle parts I'm going to use a different color to decorate it. This is just like a decoration. It's just like a decoration. Can see I'm done. You see what it has given. So I begin from the top and I come down, and you can see begin from the downer section and you go up. So I'm going to work like this on all the middle parts of the granny with different colors. I've used this one here. So here I'm going to use green here or yellow. Then the next one I use gray. So that's how I'm going to use. So guys, here I go. So this is my hat. It's completed. You can see these are the middle parts of the grannies where I close. I've added these colors on the middle parts. You can see how beautiful and how colorful it is. So this is the end result of my hat. So guys, I finished crocheting my granny hat. So this is the end result. This is how it look. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.